this is a question I've been wondering about, and I haven't brought it up to you guys even off the air. These proud ex-Knick players who now come off as like cheerleaders, I think it's a really awkward look. Don, you've rooted for all teams in this area. Have you ever seen ex-players come back and be like cheerleaders the way they are? I understand some of them get paid by the Garden, but to me it's a weird look.
What are they trying to prove? Why would it be weird?
Well, what are they doing? I mean, John Starks is like in the other team's face.
Well, John Starks is part of the organization, essentially. I mean, he is a Knick still.
Yeah, but okay. I mean, the jumping up and down and it's all sweet and everything. And maybe I put too much emphasis on the Yankees. Derek Jeter ain't doing that if the Yankees make the World Series again.
But Derek Jeter, you could argue, and I know I don't want to ruffle feathers. Up until recently, when he developed a personality, there are Yankees fans who could argue, I wish Derek Jeter showed his Yankee dumb a bit more. He was too
all right.
cool
So forget about the Yankees. Well, I mean,
but what's the bad look? What should these guys be doing in their older age, getting to their middle age, besides being there with the team that they're identifying
I'm just trying to see the reason it's a really difficult comp is because these guys are like courtside, right. So they're like right there. Right. I'm just trying to think like a former football player, like if Joe Morris is at the Super Bowl for the Giants, he's in a suite. He's not in the crowd. Even if he was in the crowd, it's so far disengaged with sitting there with 75,000 other people, or baseball 50,000. I'm just thinking like Rangers. There's plenty of former Rangers that I think root for the team, but they're in a suite.
That's a good point.
Or they're in the Concord. Like I
so it's just the look of basketball.
And also, it's not even the Knicks. I mean, Dr. J's putting out tweets. Hey, don't let them take over our court.
But why is this bad? To me, this is so fun. This is if you're a fan of the team. I'm not even joking. I mean, this may speak to my wife being a mental case. My wife teared up when they did the thing going back to the 99 Knicks and showed them all, and then showed them today, and you'd seen them sort of age, because that was the team that she rooted for as a kid. I mean, this draws in emotion. Like, there's a real... Why would you not want that?
I don't like Michael's opinion, but I can't think of a comp, though. That's what's interesting. Maybe it's just because of the logistics of the buildings and all that. But, I don't know. Joe Namath openly roots for the Jets.
Yeah, but not in full. Because you hit it on the nose because they're sitting courtside. He's not doing it in full view of people.
But the one football comp that you will see is you will see them on the sidelines before games, hanging out before the game on the sideline. That's common. Yeah.
But
let's ask LT if he would do it.
All right, bud.
See, he would.
That's the answer. Now, Carl Banks works for the Giants.
Right.
I'm just right, because you see Justin Tuck at Ranger games, and even Nick Mangold chugging beers and waving a towel. If he's waving a towel and getting crazy for the Rangers, don't you think he would do the same thing if the Jets were playing?
I guess so. I just threw it out there. I've never seen it before. Where all of these guys.
And the one thing I will push, you can't. Not every comp has to be Derek Jeter.
You're right, and you know what? And that spoils me because the Yankees are very corporate. They're not like that team.
But can you see?
Spoils you. I would say it's the opposite.
When I'm making comps of things.
But can you see a big playoff game, Peter?
Mm-hmm.
Yankees and the Astros, and it's a Yankee Stadium, and sitting behind the Yankee dugout is CeCe Sabathia. You couldn't see him waving a towel and getting pumped up for the Yankees?
Probably. But I don't think you'd see Derek do it. You wouldn't see Posada do it. Bernie maybe. I don't think you see Mo do it.
The thing is, but is that more their personality, or would they feel like it would be embarrassing?
I think they would think they're too. No, the Yankees wouldn't frown down on it. I think they probably think they're too cool for school, and that's not cool looking.
Or maybe it really comes down to this, Michael. They don't care.
No, I think they care.
Right? I mean, no, I think they care about the Yankees, but are they living and dying what the Yankees do right now?
No, but I mean, isn't it strange all of a sudden Patrick Ewing, now he's living and dying with the Knicks? Now Sprewell's living and we're going to have Sprewell tomorrow, living and dying with the Knicks. Larry Johnson now living and dying with the Knicks.
It is interesting, but I just think the atmosphere almost calls for it, right? Just because of where they're sitting and they're amongst the fans that are going crazy. Like, wouldn't it look odd if Patrick Ewing was just sitting there with his arms folded watching the Knicks in a big spot?
Yeah, but I don't think Patrick Ewing wasn't jumping around cheering for the team. Patrick Ewing got introduced and then put his arms out.
Well, the better comp is Starks and the ones that jump out to me are Starks and Carmelo.
Yeah. All right, let's take a brief time out, hear from you.
Shall we?
1-800-919-3776 on Yes and 98.7 ESPN.